All right, man. Let's talk, man. So I seen some people saying that if Sam Darnold can make it to the Super Bowl and possibly win the Super Bowl, so can Jared Goff. And we already know Jared Goff went to the Super Bowl. We know Todd Gurley wasn't healthy. And there was some other things going around with that. But Sam Darnold get it done, he get it done. One thing about Sam Darnold, the difference between him and Goff, is Sam Darnold can move. You know, the reason why the Patriots in the Super Bowl, yeah, they played an abysmal schedule. But if Drake May couldn't run, they wouldn't have won that, regardless if Stidham was a quarterback or not. If Drake May couldn't run, they wouldn't have won that game. So, but yeah, I mean, I think we all know, I think Goff is capable of winning the Super Bowl. In big games, I don't really think he played bad. That first playoff run that they had, I mean, he played really, really well. They didn't per se lose because of him. Really, they lost because they struggled to really have consistent offense in the third quarter that year. Most of the games in the third quarter, they had leads, or the games fell apart in the third quarter, if they recovered or not. But, when it came down to, that Josh Reynolds third down play, it came back down to bad offensive play calling. I just say that. That play he threw to Josh Reynolds, when Josh Reynolds dropped it, they ran the ball from shotgun to St. Brown at third down, which wasn't smart. And then, he had to move off the mark. He had to move his feet, and he threw it in the dirt. Josh Reynolds 6'3", it's hard to, catch a ball. Anytime Goff got to move his feet, that's the problem with Goff, I say, man. That if people argue the reason why Darnold can do it and Goff couldn't, Goff has no mobility. I've been saying this, even pocket mobility. Brady and Manning had great pocket mobility. They were able to slide their feet, manipulate the pocket, move up, move to the side, and they made accurate throws. The minute Goff got to move his foot or his feet, it's going in the dirt. It's going in the dirt. So, Darnold can move. He's very fluid, mobility-wise. And, I think that's the only big difference. But I feel like you can win with Jared Goff. I mean, just with anybody like Sam Darnold and, Drake May, you got to have solid run games, whether it's generated by the quarterback or it's generated most likely by the running back. I don't think Goff can't win a championship. People say, well, in the Washington game, once again, I don't really put that on Jared Goff. Honestly, I mean, I'll never forget it. It was like 3rd and short or something like that. 4th and short versus the Commanders, 2 seasons ago. They called like 5 wideouts with no running back in the backfield. The fuck you doing? Ended up being a pick 6. When you 3rd and short, you got Montgomery back, you got Gibbs, hand the fucking ball off. At least have the running back in the backfield for a threat in the run. Like I said, it was just some bad play calling. You played the 30-second run defense. Every time Gibbs touched the ball, you're getting 10 yards a pop, damn near literally, and you were throwing the ball. It's bad coaching, man. Bad coaching. If it gets to a point where Jared Goff really got to just throw the ball to win the game, he can do that. But you don't want any quarterback just throwing the throw. You're not going to be successful. Darnold had, Zach Charbonnet, Kenneth Walker III. He had some help. JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, great receiver. So, honestly, what it really boiled down to is just, them being a little bit more, the Lions just, running the ball, getting back the power run game. The holes will open up. They can win one with, the Seahawks probably going to win one with Darnold. Patriots eventually may or may not win one with Drake. I like him a lot. You can win one with Goff. It's just the one thing that's holding Goff back is mobility, man. Just pocket mobility. I think that's something that, he should be working on, taking ballet classes. Take his ass down to one of them clubs in Detroit in ballroom. Shit, learn to get a hokey pokey. Learn the electric slide. Put some ankle weights on your goddamn legs. Just work on slide mobility. Jump rope. I would say he should be jump roping. Goff would be really, really well if he took some boxing lessons, some ballet lessons, some ballroom lessons. He might have more. He don't need to run. He just need to have pocket mobility. If he can have some pocket mobility, if Drew Brees wasn't able to slide in and out the pocket 90 degrees, side to side, laterally, Drew Brees would have been in trouble. He had to find those windows in the pocket, being a smaller quarterback. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I definitely think he can. We're critical of Goff. It's possible. We seen, our good brother Doug Williams, the first black quarterback to Grambling State. Shout out to Grambling. I almost went there. He won a Super Bowl. Nick Foles won a Super Bowl. What's the dude that was behind Phil Simms and Hosteller won a Super Bowl? Nick Foles was just as unathletic, if not more unathletic, than Jared Goff. So those are that's a fact. So we've seen lesser quarterbacks get it done. So for him, really, he's really reaching the peak of his powers right now. Like really the climax of his powers is coming right now. Already about 30, 31. Mentally, he knows how he's learning, is really learning to manipulate the game at a high level, and physically he playing at a high level. At this point, you're probably going to start to see the physical drop off of Jared Goff, which ain't going to be bad because he ain't really a physically gifted quarterback from a mobility standpoint. But when that drops off, you start beating opponents with your brain. You start beating opponents with your brain. That's the beautiful thing about it. You start beating opponents with your brain. So, but yeah, I definitely think they can win one. I think, does everything have to be perfect? I got to stop saying that. You know what I'm saying? I got to stop saying that. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. I just think they need to, just like with anybody else, they need to run the ball. Run the ball. Run the ball and let the chips fall where they fall after that. I think he'd do well. You run the ball. Defense got to respect the run, clean that offensive line up, play physical football, and Goff probably be MVP. So, but hey, thumbs up the video, share the video. It's a lot worse quarterback positions we can be in. Let me say that. There's a lot of worse quarterback positions that we can be in. I will say that. There's a lot of worse quarterback positions we could be in. And we've been there. Drew Stanton, Mike McMahon. You know what I'm saying? Rodney Peete, Charlie Biatch. You know what I'm saying? Remember that I'm doing on the radio? But hey, appreciate y'all. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.